Most people say when it rains, it pours. But in this case, when it Gregs, it pours. Because we just did a cinnamon roll review from his second cookbook, but I've always wanted to review the Skor bars. And Vitafiber is apparently liquid gold in the United States, and I finally got my hands on some. So today in the Anabolic laboratory, we will be making Skor protein bars and comparing them to my favorite Quest bar to see if it matches up and if it is just as good, if not better. My name is Nick. I have my master's in exercise physiology and I make anabolic recipes and also review anabolic recipes. So if you're into that, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So it's time to put on the apron and throw it back to Greg's first cookbook. Let's get into it. This recipe should be as easy, if not easier, than the French toast recipe, but I thought that about the cinnamon rolls and it didn't go as expected, so we shall see. First we add our liquid gold and we heat it up. Now I don't have chocolate peanut butter protein powder, but I do have chocolate. And like Greg says, there are no rules in the kitchen. Now I do have both the caramel and chocolate Walden Farms, so I'm gonna use both, especially because I don't even like the caramel, but it should be good in a mix that's going in with a bunch of other things. So I'm just gonna go half and half. What would you guys think of a review of like a bunch of the Walden Farms like products? Because I've tried a few of them, not so good. But I'm willing to try them again to do a review on them. So let me know in the comments section if you would like that. Just like in Greg's video, I don't have any caramel extract. I've never had it in my life before, but I do have vanilla, so we're gonna go with the vanilla. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to get Skor bits here, and on Amazon they were crazy expensive, so instead I just got Heath bits. Essentially the same thing. These do have chocolate on them, but I think they're 10 calories more per serving. And we're only using 2.5 servings anyway, so it's only a difference of 20 something calories spread across 10 bars. Doesn't really matter. But like Greg, I'm only going to put half of them into the mix and then I'm gonna put half of them on top of the mix. All right, now this is gonna be fun. Now I know I wanna do another Greg review from the new cookbook. So if you guys could tell me also in the comment section what you would like to see me review out of everything in the book, let me know and that'll probably be the next review I do. It's not even hard mixing it, so to speak. It's really just getting everything to incorporate. And I have watched Greg's video, both the old one and the new one on this, but I haven't watched a review, so I'm kind of going into this blind. Just like with the cinnamon roll, it's one of those things that looks like it's not going to incorporate because there's so much powder, but you just gotta keep pushing it in to the wet parts and it really starts to come into form. All right, so it took about 10 minutes to mix everything in. Now we just gotta pour it into the tray. I don't have one of those like, I don't know, whatever plastic trays that like just pop stuff out. So we're gonna do it in here. And don't get ripped off on these things. If you go to the dollar store, they have 2 of them for $1. Like at some places it's like $5 for a couple of these things. Like, yeah, no. All right, so I'm gonna play the bongos or whatever like Allie. And it's working pretty well actually. Do note that the dollar store trays are very thin, but they work. Just watch out. I already bent mine a couple times. Now we will add the rest of our Heath or Skor bits on top and we are legit ready to go. All right, so we are looking exactly like Greg's Skor protein bars. I just have to put these in the freezer. Unfortunately, it is about 1 a.m. now, so I'm not gonna wait 3 hours and review them tonight. So I will be back to review them tomorrow. And I would stick around because not only will I review these, I'm going to review them regular room temperature, from the freezer, and my favorite Quest protein bar, put it side to side, the chocolate sprinkled donut, and we will see who comes out. And I'm also gonna let you know how much each bar actually costs because some people say that this is very expensive to do. So I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. And by the power of editing, it is now the next day. We have our Skor bars completely frozen. They've been sitting for about 10 minutes, and we have our Quest bar. I'm gonna cut these into 10 equal pieces. I thought this would be a lot harder to cut than I thought, but literally 10 minutes. It's pretty soft, ready to go. This is about the size of our average protein bar for the Skor bars, and it looks pretty similar. Let's do a weight for weight comparison. We got about 64 grams, and the Skor bar is actually 75 grams, so it is a little heavier, actually, a little bit more dense. But I do also wanna note that obviously with the pan being curved, some of these aren't as big as that, and this bar is like 64. So they're gonna vary a little bit, but especially if you're the only one eating them, they're gonna average out to the same calories and all that anyway. I wanna throw one of these in the freezer to get it straight out of the freezer. And we're gonna do the nice big one here. And if you were wondering, this is what I look like when I wake up in the morning. So sorry, I'm not all profesh anymore. Now, I've heard people say, you know, between the Vitafiber being so hard to get in the United States and also how much it actually costs per bar, it's not worth it to make them. So I wanted to do a price breakdown. Obviously, price of ingredients depending where you buy them, online versus in the store versus if you got them on sale or not, Black Friday, all these things can make a big difference in how much you're paying per bar. But I wanted to try and at least get somewhat of an idea so you know how much it does cost per bar once you add all the ingredients. For the bodybuilding brand protein that I use, which is always a great price, I did it at about a 25% discount, which is literally always what it is on bodybuilding minimum. Usually it's 30 or 35%, but it comes out to $5.30. The Vitafiber is the most expensive thing. It's about 17 something per bottle. And I think that's pretty consistent in the United States. And guess what? On Amazon, they're not even available anymore. They're sold out. So I think it's going to be hard to get again, but gladly I have, or luckily should I say, I have 6 bottles. That ended up being $6.29. So between those two things, that was the most priceful, highest price ticket item out of the bunch. Then the Walden Farms was $1.13. The cocoa was 29 cents. The Heath Bits was 47 cents. Vanilla extract 40 cents. And I even included the tray, which was 50 cents for one of them at the dollar store. Add it all up and divided by 10, it was $14.38. And why did I divide it by 10? Well, when you divide it by 10, you get about 20 grams of protein per bar. So I wanted to simulate it to a Quest bar. The grand total is $14.38, which is about $1.44 per bar. If you don't include the tray and you already have one, that's about $1.40 per bar. How does that compare? Well, I just got the Kirkland bars finally because I will be doing a smash or pass review on these, and these are only $1 per bar. Even if you include taxes, we're talking 22. Yeah, even if we're including taxes, we're talking about $1.10 per bar. So $1.40 per bar, $1.10 per bar. I got this Quest deal for $1 per bar if you buy a variety pack that is about to expire, which is totally worth it to me, especially when you can heat them up and they're as good as new. And then most Quest bars, like if I try to buy this 12 pack on Amazon, it's about $22, so like $1.90 per bar or something like that. So it depends. Is it worth it to pay 30 more cents in the Kirkland bars if they're your favorite bar ever? I would think yes, because this is my favorite bar ever and I'm okay paying $1.80 per bar. And you would be paying even less than this and these might be my new favorite bar. So to me, definitely worth the price. And I think it's kind of overblown that it's super expensive to do. It's definitely super hard though, because this is 6 months in the making. I've been logging all of my foods on my cut. So I logged this entire recipe and mine came out to 194 calories, 20 grams of protein, 36 carbs, which is mostly the fiber carbs from the Vitafiber, and 3 grams of fat. So it pretty much aligns exactly with Greg's, 194 calories for 20 grams of protein. Absolutely great for a protein bar. Now, since I just got up, I just brushed my teeth. So I'm gonna have like some Monster, have a little bit of strawberries, and then I'm gonna have my palate ready to go to have these and give it a fair critique. If you've seen my Quest protein bar review where I review this chocolate sprinkled donut Quest bar, hell yeah. You would understand how much I love it. I absolutely love the Quest bars as a quick snack. I do wish it was a little bit more volume, but it is what it is for a protein bar, and it's just grab and go. It's so easy. It's been a few weeks and it's just as good as I remember it. Let's go to one of these more room temperature Skor bars. Man, I have high hopes. Greg eats these every single day. Let's get it. Right off the bat, it is not as sweet as the Quest bar. So I would like it a little bit sweeter. It's hard to explain what the consistency is like. It's like cakey, but not chewy, but then you get the crunch of the Skor bars. All right, so this one's been in there for about 10 minutes now. Let's see if this makes any difference. I don't know if I would have to leave them in there for a couple hours to get them back to like rock hard, because you said they're a lot harder to chew, and this really isn't too bad. Out of all protein bars, this chocolate bar is like a 9.8 out of 10, or chocolate sprinkle donut, whatever. Let's try to give it a better, fair comparison. I have a chocolate peanut butter Quest protein bar. I don't know what it is, but from what I remember, I thought this was pretty damn good before. Maybe a 2.4, 2.2. 3 is major. This isn't a 3, but it's a solid 2.4. Man, that's a great start. But right now it's like tasteless when I compare it side by side with the Quest chocolate donut and the Skor bar. At this point, on a 1 to 10 scale, I would give this about a 6 out of 10. I would still eat it, but when you put it side by side with these ones, it's not even close. Now, in my opinion, the Skor bar is not as good as the chocolate sprinkled donut Quest protein bar. Blueberry muffin was my second highest rated out of all the protein bars besides the chocolate sprinkled donut. I still like this one a lot, but for different reasons. This one is still like a 2.5, 2.6 I gave it on the last review. Okay, I need to stop or else my toilet bowl is going to get completely destroyed later. However, this is on the same level as this. There's completely different taste. Blueberry muffin, essentially like a chocolate toffee bar. However, I think they're about the same. On Smash or Pass, I rated this about a 2.6, which is probably about a 9 on a 1 to 10 scale. This is right up there. This is like a 9. I 1,000,000% understand why Greg eats the Skor bars on the regular every day. They take about 20 minutes to make. They're better than almost all of the Quest protein bars, besides the couple that I picked out of the 15 or 20 that I've tried now. You know exactly what's going in them. And they're cheaper than almost every bar you can get, unless you get some crazy sale or you get expiring protein bars that you're willing to eat like I am. You better believe that I will be back with another Cookbook 2.0 review in the very near future, so I can make back some of that cookbook money through that YouTube AdSense money. But until next time, I will see you in that next one. Doucette.